All right, guys, Southeast Softwash Friday morning. Fixing to go do a couple little jobs, and I wanted to make this video because it occurred to me that I have never done a video on this topic. So how do you get your SH into your truck? All right, once you've got your truck built out and you're ready to start working, you've got your chemical vendor and they're bringing you your drum or drums. We usually get 2 at a time. How are you going to get that over into the truck? There's a couple different ways. The most basic way would be to use your Softwash pump here. Okay, so you can disconnect your suction line right here, keep you a small, maybe 8-foot line, and attach straight into the suction line on your pump and drop it down in your barrel, and then you could run the 12.5 straight through the pump, straight through your wand, and right into your truck tank. Just use your wand, drop it over into the tank and fill it up that way. Now I've done that in a pinch. That'll work out in the field if you're doing a really big job and you have to buy another barrel somewhere and get it brought out on site, but you don't have a way to get it from the barrel to the truck. Well, you've got a pump right there. You just got to figure out a way to remove your suction line and use your pump to pump. So I don't like doing that on a weekly basis, because once I get all this stuff sealed up like I want it, I don't want to move it. I don't want to constantly be taking this fitting off, and eventually I'm going to crack something or cause a leak. So what we do at the house is, I've got this Ryobi. This is our second one. The first one, it did really good, and then it just finally gave out on me. But this one's doing a little bit better. Ryobi transfer pump, they're about, I think, $89 at Home Depot. You can plug them up or you can run them off of the battery. So you put your battery back there. We usually use the battery because I keep it right here in the truck charging all the time. So I've always got my battery on hand. So we've got the green line there. That Flexzilla is our suction line, and we just simply drop the suction line down through one of these openings on the tank, and the black hose there is the discharge side of that pump, and we connect it right here. Now we've got this hard plumbed line that goes into the top of my SH tank. Let's see if you can see up in there. Well, let me cut the light on. Sorry, I'm making you guys dizzy. Cut the light on in the back of the truck. If you see that black line up there, this one, it's coming into the top of that tank, and I just drilled a hole in the tank, just slightly smaller than that hose, and fitted it in there, and it sticks down in the top of the tank about 3/4 of an inch or so. And then I siliconed the gap around, which really wasn't much of a gap, but I just went ahead and put a bead of silicone around it. We want that tank to be fairly sealed in here, guys, so that we're not dealing with a bunch of SH fumes in the back of our truck. And that also acts as somewhat of a vent to port these fumes back out this vent. So I don't want this hose sticking way down in the tank, because it may produce an ability for it to flow back out. So it's just barely down in the top of the tank, and I never fill the tank all the way up to the brim. There's no way that SH is ever going to come sloshing up that whole hose and come back out here. But that's our fill-up hose. If you don't have a hard plumb line like that, it doesn't matter. You just take your discharge line, throw it over into the lid. Like if you've got an open top truck or a trailer, just toss it over in there and pump it over. So we'll pump it, pump a barrel over. Got an on and off switch right here. Milwaukee also makes one of these. I can't say that it would do any different than this one. It's 7 gallons a minute, so I can pump a barrel over pretty quickly. And I keep this barrel here on hand, just a small tank, fresh water. So it's 25 or 30 gallons there. And when I get done, I will just, as the pump is running, I'll pull the hose out and drop it in there and run it for just a minute or so. Well, initially what I'll do is, when I'm done filling up bleach, I'll pull that hose out, stick it in here, and get to fresh water, and I'll count about 30 seconds off and let it cycle fresh water through the pump, through the black line, and right here. Now I'm dumping just a little bit of fresh water into my SH tank, but the reason I'm doing that is so that when I unscrew this fitting, the only thing that leaks down here is water. So I'm paying a very small price of getting, maybe a half gallon of water in my SH tank, which is not going to make any difference in the world at all. But then when I disconnect here, I'm just going to get water down the side of my truck and not SH. So then after I do that, then I'll just continue to let that pump run another 2 or 3 minutes and flush it out really good with water. they last, you know, this one probably lasts a year. I'll be happy with it, and we'll buy another one. So there's a bunch of different ways you can do it. Those little hand pump siphon deals, to pump on your truck, but I prefer this. It's just permanently mounted. My bleach guy drops my drums right here, super easy. He comes back and picks them up. So that's just the way we do it, guys. Transferring SH over, it's quick and easy. It's really a nothing in my day. I do this maybe once a week, and then I'm good for the rest of the week. So just thought I would throw that out there. That's how we do it. Hope you guys have a great one.